How in the world is Steve Sarkisian in Texas going to stop this guy? I don't care who Texas has out there. You're going to need Prime Darrelle Revis and Richard Sherman to slow down Jeremiah Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all y'all are staying warm out there. Hope all of you having a good day. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jeremiah Smith. No intro, none of that. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. I'm extremely busy and there's a lot going on, so we're just jumping straight into it. You're probably sitting there wondering, Matt, what we're about to get into. And be patient, young grasshopper. We're getting there. I wouldn't go as far as saying as Jeremiah Smith is a household name at this point, but if you're even a casual college football fan, you know who he is. If you don't know who this guy is, haven't heard of him, you have got to be living under a rock like Patrick from SpongeBob. He is the star, no, scratch that. He is the stud wide receiver from the little bro, Ohio State. And I love me some Travis Hunter. Y'all know this. I was advocating for him to win the Heisman Trophy dating back to about week 5, week 6. But if you really want to have an interesting debate, I'm going to spark up a conversation in the comment section. Jeremiah Smith might be the best player in all of college football outside of Travis Hunter. I don't mind giving the edge to Travis Hunter. We'll do that, but Smith isn't too far behind. He is the best wide receiver I've seen at the collegiate level in quite some time, probably since, I'd say Devontae Smith at Alabama, who won the Heisman. And I already know my Travis Hunter fans are going to say, well, Matt, what about Travis Hunter? He's great. He is not even just great, he's elite, but he ain't Jeremiah Smith. There's levels to this, and when it comes to just the wide receiver position, Travis Hunter is not on Jeremiah Smith's level. What makes Smith so rare, unique, and what I'm going to label as a unicorn is his size, strength, and speed. He is what I label as a carbon copy paste of Julio Jones. It looks just like him. He's 6'3", 215 pounds, and if I had to guess, I would say he runs about a 4.35 40-yard dash. And why I'm so in love with Smith's game and the way he plays is his route running. It is smooth, and you just don't see that out of 6'3", 215-pound guys. Guys that are your taller wide receivers, they're good at jump balls, and they may not be as quick as the 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" guys, and that's fine. That's normal. It's what we expect. But Smith, and it's what makes him so rare and unique, is he moves and runs like a guy who's about 5'8", 5'9". And actually, I got a good comparison for you. The way he moves, the way he runs his routes, reminds me of Tyreek Hill. So I know what you're sitting here saying, Matt, are you trying to tell me Mr. Jeremiah Smith is a combination of Tyreek Hill and Julio Jones? And yeah, I am. He's built just like Julio, but if you had to ask me, maybe this is a little recency bias, I think Jeremiah Smith's actually faster than him, and he runs better routes than Julio. And by the way, I need to clarify, I'm comparing Jeremiah Smith to Julio when Julio was in college, not his prime in the NFL. No, not doing that. And I already know, before I go any farther, what some of you are flying to the comment section and say. I see you, Timothy and Bobby, I see you. Hold your comment, hold your horses. Just let me explain. You are going to the comments right now and say, oh, look at Matt, he's D-riding Jeremiah Smith, he's glazing Jeremiah Smith. And no, I strongly disagree, I'm not. You know what I'm doing? And you need to realize this. I'm giving credit where credit is due. It's so sad nowadays in 2025. You can't give anyone in this life credit and respect without somebody say, oh yeah, you're just D-riding that dude. Like, what? Come on, man. And if you're a big-time college football fan, you know everybody has hyped up Jeremiah Smith, and they've been giving him a ton of credit. But even with that, I don't think it's enough, and it's why I'm making this video. I can't understand for the life of me, and if somebody would explain this to me in the comment section, I'd greatly appreciate it, why Jeremiah Smith is not the face of college football right now. When talking about this college football playoff, all 4 of these teams, his face should be plastered everywhere. He should be the talk of the town. Not Quinn Ewers, not Riley Leonard, not Drew Howard, and I like Will Howard's game, and he's been playing great, but not Will Howard either. Jeremiah Smith. And here's the thing. I'm talking to you, Bobby, watching this video. You think Jeremiah Smith's good? No. You think he's great? No. He's 3 times better than what you actually think. Past couple of days leading up into my prediction videos, I've been watching a lot of film on Ohio State and Jeremiah Smith. And I knew Smith was great, but I didn't realize until I watched some of the most recent film that he's better than what I actually thought. I also want to address this before I forget. It's also a main reason I'm making this video as well. Ryan Williams. Remember at the beginning of the year, and I was saying this too, everybody's like, man, Ryan Williams, he's the best freshman wide receiver in the nation, especially after that Georgia game. Ever since the Georgia game, it fizzled out a little bit, but after the Georgia game, Ryan Williams, he was the talk of the town. He was actually the face of college football. Everybody's saying, man, Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, they're 1A, 1B. And I was right there. I said it word for word. They're 1A, 1B. And I think I did state, I can't remember, maybe I didn't, But if I had to go with one guy, I'd probably go with Jeremiah Smith, but it was close for me. Fast forward time a little bit, Ryan Williams, he fizzled out in the later half of the season, and in different conversation for a different day, but we could chalk that up to Jalen Milroe playing like crap. Like I said, this isn't going to be a Jalen Milroe rant, but Jalen Milroe in that Alabama offense, he couldn't read a defense, and when your quarterback's not playing good, not throwing good balls, obviously that's going to affect your numbers as a wide receiver. On the other side of it, Jeremiah Smith and Will Howard, they were connecting, and Will Howard is a much better quarterback than Jalen Milroe. This is college football 101. When you have a good quarterback, your numbers as a wide receiver, more than likely, they're going to be good. It's not even close for me. Jeremiah Smith ended the year on a better note than Ryan Williams. But take away the stats and numbers. Let's throw that out the window completely. Remember, like I just stated, the first half of the year, first 4, 5, 6 games, it was close. Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, 1A, 1B. Well, now, heck to the no. It's nowhere even close. Jeremiah Smith all day long. Ryan Williams is amazing. Don't discredit him at all. By the way, did you know he's still only 17 years old? Being sarcastic. That's what everybody says when they talk about him. But anyways, getting back on track here. Jeremiah Smith, he's generational. I could be wrong on this, but I don't see Ryan Williams ever in his career just dominating in the NFL. I view him as a guy who's going to have a lot of good seasons in the NFL and have a really solid career. But Jeremiah Smith, I feel completely different. I view him like Megatron. He could take over. And I'm going to go back to this comparison. It's my favorite one, and I get it, Ohio State fans. You're probably sick and tired of me saying it. But I view him having a Julio Jones-esque career. He's a freak, an absolute freak. Reminds me so much of LeBron James. If you could sculpt a basketball player, it would be just like LeBron. 6'9", and how much does LeBron weigh? I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess, but get the point. 6'9", built like a freaking tank. That is your ideal basketball player. Can play positions 1 through 5, can also shoot a little bit, and can do everything. That's how I feel about Jeremiah Smith currently, and with him heading into the NFL draft and as a prospect. He's a LeBron of football. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know how you contain Jeremiah Smith. Because a lot of people think Oregon just didn't prepare for him. No, they prepared for him. They were actually double teaming him. Here's what a lot of you don't understand and know. When Oregon went into zone coverage, they were telling their defenders, hey, whatever zone you're in, make sure if you got Jeremiah Smith near you, you're leaning more his way, and he was still getting open. My point is in that you can't go zone on him and have 2 guys near him because he's still going to find the soft spot. Secondly, in zone, even if you're near him, his hands are so strong, if you just throw it up, he's going to come down with it. So zone coverage for Texas probably not going to work. Well, what about man? LOL. LOL. That's all I'm going to say. Let's not even go there. I don't care if you play man with a safety over the top. It's not going to work out in your favor. Trust me. If you were to look up the definition of unguardable, there'd be a picture of Jeremiah Smith's face right next to it. He can't be guarded. I already know the rebuttal some of you may have. Well, Matt, what about the safety over the top? Ha! Same thing. LOL. If you're the defensive coordinator for Texas, you can't stop Jeremiah Smith. It doesn't matter what you do. You actually have to just pray and hope that Will Howard sucks it up and doesn't throw his way. And I got to give a ton of credit to Chip Kelly. He was catching a lot of heat and backlash this year, but he's done an excellent job of getting the ball to Jeremiah Smith early, especially in that Oregon game. And you're not going to be able to completely shut a guy like Smith down because they are going to get him the ball, whether that be on a crossing route, a jet sweep, something like that. You're not going to stop it. If you're still watching by this point, you're probably wondering, well, Matt, what is the whole focal point of the video? That's a great question, my friend, and I don't have a great answer outside of, I've just been thinking about this the past couple of days, and this is the million-dollar question I've been asking myself. How in the world is Steve Sarkisian in Texas going to stop this guy? My answer to that question is, and it's what we're talking about right here, I don't think you can. I don't see any case and scenario with how good Will Howard is throwing the football that Jeremiah Smith has under 100 receiving yards. And I've seen some people the past couple of days tweet out and say, oh, well, this is arguably the best secondary that Jeremiah Smith is going to see or has seen all season long. Well, you know what my counter to that is? This is also the best wide receiver that Texas's secondary has seen all season long. We can play that both ways, buddy. I don't care who Texas has out there. You're going to need prime Darrelle Revis and Richard Sherman to slow down Jeremiah Smith. Good luck. That's all I got to say. Good luck. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below. But